Alright, what's up guys? I'm Zack Attack, and as you guys may know, I love anime a lot. Now, D. Sniles, I have told you guys about him, and he gave me a pretty good idea. So I'm going to do a review for all the animes that I've watched so far. That way, y'all have some animes to watch, and whatever. And on a side note, I got really drunk at a friend's house yesterday during a party. I'm still kind of recovering from that a little bit, so if I slur my words and I'm having a hard time getting the point across, that's why. So without further ado, let's get this started. So I figured to help you guys out, I'm going to start my anime reviews based on when I've seen them. So to start off, I'm gonna be introducing y'all to the anime I got started on, which is Death Note. Now, just to let y'all know, since I don't like being an asshole, or I don't like being that asshole on YouTube, this is gonna be a complete spoiler-free review of the anime. I'm just gonna let y'all know, spoiler-free, just so y'all can watch it. So let's do this shit. Alright, so the series starts out, or the anime starts off, with a high school student named Light Yagami, who is kind of bored with his life. You know, he's super smart, and he just doesn't know what to do. So he ends up stumbling upon a journal across his school, and when he discovers it, he finds out that it's a death note. Now, how a death note works is basically you write down a person's name in the journal, and that person ends up dying. Now, the complicated thing about, there's a few complicated things about the death note though, it's not that simple. You first write down the name, you can write a cause of death, and the time of death, basically. So, you can do that, but if you do not specify, then they basically just die like a heart attack or whatever, because, you know, fuck you. So, that's the main character of the story. He at first uses the death note. Light ends up using the death note to kill off criminals because he feels like, you know, they've done horrible things and they just don't deserve to live anymore. So he's kind of getting a bit of a god-like complex, but he feels like he's doing justice. And of course, this kind of thinking ends up attracting a character named L, who believes that Light, who at this point is going by the name Kira, feels like he is doing something wrong. So this person ends up being called L, and he's actually my favorite character of the series. So we meet a few more characters along the way. It's not important, y'all. I'm too drunk. I'm still kind of recovering, so I don't really have the mindset to try to explain all the different characters. But the main focus of the anime is basically Light Yagami is trying to figure out who L is. L is trying to figure out who Kira is, and it ends up, the whole anime is focused on whoever figures each other out first will kill that person off. So basically, it's kind of like a CSI Hunger Games kind of thing, I guess, where they're trying to figure out who each other are, and once you know that, then you basically, yeah, like I said, they're gonna just like kill each other. Alright, so now that I've kind of got the story out of the way, here's what I have to say about the anime. I really loved the first half of the anime. The second half, once something huge happens, I kind of became disinterested, for lack of a better word, with the series, but I still watched it. And the ending was okay, I guess it kind of fit, but it wasn't really the best ending in my opinion. Maybe it's just because of that one little thing that happens, but, you know, fuck it. So, my thing is, y'all, if you're gonna watch this anime, I would not recommend you guys watching this as your first anime, because in this series, in this show, there is a lot of thinking going on. You know, it's more. This is more of a psychological kind of anime where, you know, thoughts are going back and forth. You know, there's different thinkings and everything. Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot to mention, y'all. In the story, there are some Shimagamis. I fucking can't believe I forgot that. But they're basically death gods that, you know, enact the death notes to make them happen. So, alright, getting back to this. I'm so sorry. But basically, most people want to watch anime to kind of turn their brains off and have fun. This anime, I would not recommend starting out with it because there's, like I said, there's a lot of thinking. It's kind of got basically, it's a human kind of chess game with some CSI elements in it. So if you want to watch a show where, you know, you kind of have to think a little bit about things, awesome, cool, go for this. If you just want to watch a show where, you know, you just want to have fun with it, you know, you want to have a good time and not have to really think about it, don't watch this yet. So yeah, I would kind of categorize this anime stylistically as a SCIS crime drama. It's got some action in it too, so I would recommend this. Final verdict, star system or number system, I'd give it about an 8. I felt like it was a pretty decent anime. You know, it was pretty cool how you had to think about stuff for the twists and turns to happen. But like I said, there was one thing that happens in it where I kind of became disinterested after that. It's a spoiler, so that's why I'm not really talking about it. But it's one of those shows where I would not recommend you watching it if you just want to turn off your brain. So yeah, that's my review. I know this was not the greatest thing ever. I know, y'all, I'm self-aware of this shit. But I just want to have fun with this, and I just want y'all to be well informed about this. The next anime I will try to do a better job of reviewing for is Soul Eater, because that was the anime I watched after this, guys. Rock out and scream, cuckoo cuckoo, bye.